Hey everyone, it's Zara, and I am back to film a memory spread for the month of October. Basically, what I do is go through and write down a memory or two for each day, and then I plan it all out in my memory planner. So then, my planner's filled up, and I, have a spread even on the monthly pages. And then I can kind of look at the whole month as a whole and see kind of what happened in the month. So anyways, I'm using this kit from Paper Bow Prints, who is formerly the Paperly Boutique, and she's actually not doing monthly kits anymore, but she did a couple in the fall, and then just decided that she didn't want to do them anymore. She's just going to stick with like weekly kits and doodles and all of that, which is totally fine. But this is the top headers to go on the top. Then we have the stripped cover-up days not in the month. Then on this page we have some boxes, paydays, date covers, some deco, flags, and then a couple of holiday stickers. And then I have just like a decorative sidebar sticker. Since it is my memory planner, I don't really need to use it functionally or to have any checklists or anything like that. And so this is perfect for this planner. So anyways, I am going to kind of like old times, because it's been a very long time since I've done one of these, just kind of lay down the base of my kit off camera, just because it's a little fussy and it's easier to lay it down when my head is closer to the planner. And then I'll come back and then we can plan out, day by day. But I'm basically going to lay down the top headers, the sidebar, the days not in the month, and then like all of the little date covers, and then I should be able to come back and then we'll go day by day. Okay, so there's all of that laid down, and now I'm just going to move into the day by day. So on the first, the memory I have down is we went and saw Downton Abbey, and I got my then boyfriend to come and see it with me, and he actually very much enjoyed it, although he got some of the characters confused since he'd never seen it before. Then on the second, I gave my boyfriend a flu shot, which was just kind of fun, because because I got to do it. And then on the, I guess I should tell you where these stickers are from. This one is from Libby & Co, I believe, and then this one is from Caline Create. Then on the third is when I started packing for my move, and so I'm going to use this package sticker from Jalen Paper Co to match that. I moved into my new house on the 30th, and so had a lot of packing throughout this month. Also, apologies if you can hear any noise in the background. My dog decided that it would be a really good time to play with her new Christmas presents. Then on the 4th, just kind of something that's like, oh my gosh, but I got a customer complaint, and I'm gonna use this little like Tara, but she's saying why. I got a customer complaint. I was helping someone out, and then someone thought I was rude, and so it wasn't even the person that I was helping. It was like some bystander, and I was like, oh, I wasn't being rude, or I wasn't trying to be rude or anything like that. And so, and my manager, she was so funny. She was like, we got the complaint, and then they said it was about Zara, and she's like, what? Zara? Do they have the right person? But it was just kind of one of those like, what kind of moments. So then on the 5th, we had a party at one of my boyfriend's friend's house, and so I actually pulled out 2 stickers. I pulled out these banners from Roy's Sweet Addictions, and I think I was going to use, I think this one matches pretty well. It has like kind of the reds and the browns. So I'm going to put that just on the corner, and then I'm going to use one of these video game controllers from Paper Bow Prints, just because my boyfriend, or fiance, or I don't know, he was boyfriend then, he and his friends really like a lot of video games, and so whenever we go to a party with them, we usually end up playing like some card games and some video games. And I don't really have card game stickers, so I will use this one. Then on the 6th, my boyfriend's sister had a marching band competition. Their school is like the top marching band in the state, and so she is on the like flag team, drill team, what do you call that, color guard. And so we went and saw their competition. They weren't actually competing this day, they were just showcasing their piece, but other schools were competing, and then the state competition was like a couple of weeks later, so that was kind of cool. And then on the 7th, I finally got around to booking my movers and my moving truck, so I will just mark that with like one of these big boxes probably. Let's do the plaid. And then I have these Terras from Pumpkin Paper Co. To mark on top, and I used the same movers as I did with my move to my apartment like a year and a half ago, and this time around they were really horrible, so I won't use them again, but at the time I still thought they were pretty good. So I'm gonna just layer her on top like that. And then on to the 8th, our drive-through broke, like the drawer that comes out and gives people like their medications and they can put stuff in. Like a spring in the controls broke, and so it got stuck just out flying in the wind. And so that was my memory for this day, just because you know, even though you have a sign and stuff, everyone and their brother is like, you know, comes to the drive-through, and you know, they're like, well, why can't you help me? And it's like, well, because I literally can't move this drawer, so unless you just want to tell me hi, it's not going to be the most useful. And then it actually took them, like, it broke kind of in the morning, and then I think it took until this day for it to get fixed. It took them a while to get it fixed, and so there was like a day and a half or so that we didn't have the drive-through. So that was kind of, you know, good and bad, because, you know, people get grumpy. And then on to the 9th, I don't know what it was with like this whole week, but one of my coworkers who was new was just like flat out told me like no, she wasn't gonna do what I asked her to. And so it was just kind of like, what like, I don't know. So because since I'm the pharmacist, I have to direct all of the technicians, and yeah, and she was just like, no, I'm not gonna do it, you can do it yourself. And I'm like, but it's your job. So so that was just kind of like a bit of contention. So that was from Pumpkin Paper Co., and then that was from EBGB, was the little band-aids. I thought that was cute just because it's kind of broken. And then on to the 10th. The 10th, I just did a bunch of training at work, and so it was on the computer, and so I'll just use this little desk. This is from Pretty on Paper Co., but she's not open anymore. And then on to the 11th. The 11th, it was so weird. So I got this call from my cable company, and I'm going to use this headache Terra to mark this. I got a call from my cable company, and they're like, we couldn't find your house, and so we canceled your appointment. And I'm like, my appointment isn't until the 31st, because it was for setting up my new, you know, cable and whatnot. And so I'm like, you shouldn't have been at my house that day, because I didn't have an appointment. And they were like, oh, okay. Well, I'll just reschedule your appointment for, like, since I called right away and it's still super early. They hadn't filled that slot. And she's like, that should be good. And then I was like, well, do you need directions on how to get to my house, since apparently someone couldn't find it? And she's like, oh no, I think we're good. And I'm just like, well, you better be able to find my house. And then they were able to successfully find my house on the 31st without any real trouble. And so I'm like, I don't know what they were doing on this day, but it was just kind of like, just weird. I don't know. And then on to the 12th. The 12th we went to the pumpkin patch and the corn maze, and that was really fun because I got to go with my nieces and nephew, and I don't know, it was just a really fun little time. So for this, I think I'm going to use, I have these tiaras from Pumpkin Paper Co. I think I'm going to use this girl with like the scarf. And then I'm going to put that here. And then I didn't know, I have these deco pieces. I don't know if that's going to be weird looking. Yeah, maybe that's too big. I'll throw these in if I have space at the end, if there's like blank gaps or weird spaces. But we went to the pumpkin patch and it was super cold, but it was really fun. Wasn't too crowded. And then on the 13th we went for like a firehouse breakfast, and so basically the firehouse was just raising money, and they had like a pancake breakfast, and so we went and we met up with some of my sister's friends and their kids, and it was delicious. And then of course then the kids got to go into the fire trucks because they had them all set up outside, so then they could jump in and you know, play around with stuff, hopefully not break anything. And then on to the 14th. This was like, I don't know, a day of drama, but I it was the Taylor Swift ticket pre-sale, and it started at, oh, I don't know, like, oh, this is from the Littlest Planner, and it's another Tara, but it was a, the ticket pre-sale started at like, I don't know, 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock or something like that, but I was at work, and so I told my boyfriend, I was like, well, can you just, you know, get me a spot in line, just get whatever the best tickets are that you can, and you know, we'll go from there. And I'd even, like, your spot in line was based off of where you had been at the last concert pre-sale and all this stuff. And so, so anyways, it was just, you know, like I had a pretty good spot in line and all that stuff. Like by the time I got home, he was at 9 o'clock. He was still in line. It had been like 3 hours or something like that, or 2 hours. And then I think we were in line like another hour. Then we finally got through to the front of the line. And then it was like really confusing, and I think it was through Ticketmaster, and it was very confusing and very, I don't know, it wasn't just as simple as like, I want tickets, I want them in this spot, buy them. And you know, it was like they just had like all of the tickets available kind of like on the sidebar, and every time I kept finding tickets I wanted, they were sold out. And then like basically I could have gotten like nosebleed seats, but I didn't want those because I wanted to be closer, and I don't know, just blah da 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 da. But basically I didn't get tickets this day. And then the next day I was like, you know, and I was very, very sad because I was very much looking forward to it. But then the next day I was like, well, I didn't see anything that said that they were completely sold out, and I knew there were a couple of other pre-sales that they were doing. And so I was like, well, let me just double check and see if they have tickets for any of those pre-sales. And so then I look, and then it was like, I don't know, it was some credit card pre-sale. Like if you have this certain credit card, then you can check out or whatever, you can have access to these tickets, but you have to check out with that credit card, otherwise you don't get the tickets. And so so I was like, oh, I have that credit card. Well, then I like found the tickets, got them in my cart, and then I was like, oh crap, never mind, that isn't the credit card I have. And so then I quick called my sister, because I was like, I think she has this credit card. So I called her up and I was like, do you have this credit card? And she's like, yeah. And thankfully she answered and everything. And I was like, can I use it to buy Taylor Swift tickets? And she's like, I guess, you know, so then she let me use her credit card. I got the tickets. They're good tickets. They're very expensive tickets, but they are good tickets. And so we're gonna go see Taylor Swift in July. And so that'll be a lot of fun. And then the next day, because she was such a wonderful sister, I had to get her check right in the mail just so that I could, you know, take care of it and not have her, you know, I don't know, thinking I wouldn't pay. No, she knows where I live. So anyways, so I sent out a check to her this day just to, yeah, like I said, just to get everything squared away. But I was really excited that I was able to get tickets, but I was kind of confused as to like the pre-sale and, I don't know, like there were different levels of the pre-sale, and then the actual, like tickets went on sale on Friday, I think it was. And so I don't know, there were like a certain number of tickets for each of the pre-sales, but I don't know, it just confused me. So like I said, it was a very dramatic day because, you know, then it's, yeah, I don't know. I care very deeply about getting these tickets. So it was very exciting when I got them. Moving on. So then on to the 17th. So in February, I brought out these, but I don't think I'm going to use those ones. In February or March, something like that, I had seen an advertisement online about my library. Basically, they were going to be renovating, and so they wanted people to take the books home so they wouldn't have to just be in storage, and they wouldn't have to just move them all to their smaller temporary location. And so they had said, you know, you can check out these books and then keep them until November 11th, I think was the date that they had put on the due date, or November 9th, something like that. And this girl is from Happy Daya. And then this is from Jalen Paper Co. Sorry, I'm just a little rusty at this. But they were some foster books. So basically you could like take the books home with you for 6 months and then just return them once the library was back in its new location. And so anyways, so I did that. I checked out, I think 50 was the max. I checked out 50 books. Did I read any of the books? Nope. But they had a very nice safe home for them for the, you know, 6 months I had them. But since I was moving, I just wanted to return them early, so I took them into the library, and they're like, yeah, sure, we can take them. But I got that all taken care of. So then on the 18th, I was organizing my stickers, and this isn't exactly like a sticker organization sticker, but I thought it was just fitting because she just has a lot of papers everywhere, and I was trying to, you know, de-stash, declutter, and then I put up all of my leftover stickers in a giveaway on my Instagram just to, you know, kind of downsize before I moved. And so that was really wonderful. Then on to the 19th, I went and saw a play. So I went and saw Blithe Spirit, which is just a really funny show. I've seen it before. I'm going to use one of these ones. These are from An Actor Plants, and they're just little playbills. And yeah, I'm just going to stick it in there. I don't really have any washi or anything like that, so I'll just stick that there. Then on to the 20th. The 20th I watched Hocus Pocus, and so that was just a lot of fun. I always like to watch, like, you know, Halloween movies. So I pulled out a couple of different sheets. I think I'm going to use this one from Clever Gal Crafts. It's just a little, do I want to use that one? I think so. I think that's close enough. There's like a little witch's hat, and so I will just put that there. I think I'm going to grab another box for this one. I'm going to do the ones with the Dalmatian pattern. And just stick that there. And then on to the 21st. The 21st is when I picked my giveaway winner, and I will use another Terra just on a laptop or a computer, even though I did it on my phone, but same idea. And then on to the 22nd, I had my eye doctor appointment, and so I have just this glasses sticker. I'm not sure who or what shop this is from. It was just in my leftovers, but it was just nice to get my eyes checked and get new contacts because they were much needed. And every time I go to the eye doctor, I always get a little bit, you know, worse vision, or they tell me I have worse vision. So, you know, good and bad. Then on to the 23rd. The 23rd, I was packing and I had run out of things, or my normal podcasts to listen to. And so I was watching I was listening to the My Favorite Murder podcast, and it was really freaking me out. Like, I got into bed and my eyes were just open. So, haven't listened to it a lot since, but it was just, that was my, besides packing, that was pretty much what I did, is listen to a scary podcast. And so I just have this Tara girl, and I always think they look a little afraid with their wide eyes. So, scary podcast is the memory of the day. Then on to the 24th. So this is the day that I called like my utilities and my trash and my all of that, just to get everything squared away. And so I think I'm going to use this little money bag from Jalen Paper Co. Just to mark that I was, you know, kind of getting all of that set up. And I think I'll just put it right here in the corner, since all of my icons are kind of floating towards that side. Then on the 25th, I was packing some more, and then I was watching Scooby-Doo. So I'm going to use this Tara, and she has just like this banner, and they have little bats on there, I think is what they're supposed to be. I think it's for Halloween. So I figured that's kind of fitting, Scooby-Doo, Halloween. And I watched both Scooby-Doo 1 and 2. And I hadn't seen them in a very long time, and you know, they were okay. So, and then, oh, that's a little crooked. And I'll put her like that. And then on to the 26th, it was my boyfriend and I's 11-month anniversary, which was nice. He wasn't in town, and so it was just me hanging out, and packing and whatnot, but I still want to mark it. And then I also had to pick up my contacts this day because they had come in, which was actually really fast because they had told me it was going to be a week, and that was like 4 days. And I'm going to use, these are from 472 in Maine, and there's little heart stickers. I think I'm going to use this dark blue color because I think that matches pretty well. Oh, well, that was the wrong place. Okay, I'm going to put this one down here, and then I'm going to do my contacts up here, and then I think I'm going to use this like brownish shade. It's kind of a, maybe that's too green. Yeah, I don't really like that one. We're going to do blue. I guess we're going to do it with brown. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite brown. Surprisingly, I've used up others on the sheet, though. That's from Let's Start Planning. I'm not sure if she's still open or not, but I'll just use that to mark down my contacts. And then moving on to the 27th. The 27th, we had like our pharmacy meeting. And so it was everyone in the pharmacy just got together, and we went over, you know, things that we, you know, wanted to get done, or goals or whatnot, that we had for the pharmacy. Then on the 28th, we went and got sushi, which was very delicious. And so I'm going to grab this box, and then I have a sushi sticker from Jalen Paper Co. to put on top. I think I'm going to do, let's do this guy. I don't know what kind of sushi that is, but it kind of matches color-wise. And then on to the 29th. The 29th, I had my final walkthrough in my house, and so I have these house stickers from the Littlest Planner. I'm going to use this kind of brownish one, and let's just stick that right in there. And then on to the 30th, this is the day that I closed on my house. Oh, I also want to mark, let me move stuff around. I also want to mark that my dad came in this day. So I have my final walkthrough, and then my dad came from Idaho and was able to, he didn't make it to my final walkthrough, which was his plan originally, but he was able to come for like my actual moving day and everything like that. He ended up just having some car trouble and stuff along the way. So I'm just gonna grab a little heart from this sheet to mark down that he made it. And then on to the 30th, this is when I bought my house. So I'm going to grab, let's see, I bought a house and then I moved. So let's grab maybe, it's a lot of boxes in a row, but I had a lot that I got done that day. So let's grab, we'll do this box since it's a little bit lighter. We'll put this one at the top, and then I have a Tara that I pulled out for this one. Actually, I have Tara's for both. So the first Tara is her like throwing money around, because you have to have a lot of money for buying a house. And then I have a Tara with a moving box for my actual moving into my house. And then on to the 31st. The 31st, it was Halloween. Basically all I did was unpack, and then I bought a washer and a dryer, and we had our first trick-or-treaters. So I wanted to use this little Fox and Pip girl. This is from like a sampler from forever ago, but I was going to use that just because we did have some trick-or-treaters, and that was really exciting. And then we ended up buying a washer and dryer and a couch this day. So I didn't know, what was I thinking I was going to use? I think I was going to use this brown one. This is a leftover from Jalen Paper Co. And I'm just going to put that right in the corner there. And so just that we went like appliance shopping and everything like that. Okay, so I am going to turn off the camera, fill everything out, and then I will come back and show you what it all looks like in the end. Okay, so here's everything all filled out. I ended up pulling in a couple of washies. This is one from Paper Bow Prints, and it matches the Dalmatian pattern perfectly. I got this as a freebie on Black Friday. And then on this other one, this was from 472 in Maine, and it's just kind of this like dark blue washi with these like gold specks in it. It was from her anniversary box where it was like a constellation theme, and so I thought that one matched really perfectly as well, just because we have like the dark blue and then the hints of like gold or brown in it. So I just pulled in those. I pulled in a couple of little deco pieces, not too many though, and so this is everything that I have left as far as stickers go. And then yeah, that was my whole spread. So hopefully you enjoyed watching. Hopefully I wasn't too chatty, I guess. But anyways, so thanks for watching, and I will just talk to you in my next video. Bye now.